What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And I'm going to say this, Terry, little bro, don't worry about it. I got you from here. You sit back and I'll take care of it for you. Who in the hell do you MFers think you are? Huh? Who do y'all think y'all really are? Y'all have the audacity to sit up there. First off, Terry McLaurin has been a guy that has never spoken out against the franchise, even when there were times he should have and could have. When he was drafted, they sat up there, brought his quarterback in from Ohio State, and then immediately crapped on him. Jay Gruden sat up there and refused to develop Dwayne Haskins because he was so caught up in thinking that, well, I don't have time to develop this guy. Sat up there and saw his friend let go because Ron Rivera wasn't an effective guy and Scott Turner was a trash offensive coordinator. And here we are now in a situation where we're talking about our guy who's never talked bad about this franchise, a guy who's never said anything wrong against this franchise, a guy who's been nothing but a stand-up guy, have to sit up there and have a press conference to let people know that it's not me. They haven't even talked to me. Who do y'all think y'all are? I mean, this is not any receiver. This is, and understand this, just because y'all don't think he's elite doesn't mean he's not elite. Remember, y'all seem to forget the impact that this man had on this team. Understand, we don't win the Cincinnati game if it wasn't for Terry McLaurin. We don't win the Chicago Bears game because everybody forgets that he was the one who ran the up and out pattern that got us close enough for the Hail Mary. Let's not forget he was the one that got us past Detroit. Understand, he was the one that was instrumental in having us beat Cleveland. Terry has been instrumental even in the Dallas game where we almost came back and won. Remember, it was his catch and run to the house that got us almost beating them. It was Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin has done nothing but been a stand-up and productive guy of this team his entire time in the league. He's one of the most respected receivers because he's been a respectful guy. And here you are playing a game of chicken with your best receiver? Are you crazy? And all those people that's talking trash, shut up. Shut up. Terry McLaurin has done nothing but to sit up there and took care of this team from beginning to end. And now he has to sit up there, have a press conference, and say, y'all, camp is coming up, and I haven't even spoken to anybody. Terry, you know what you do? How about this, Terry? Why don't we just do this, Terry? Tell them you're injured. That's the history of the San Francisco 49ers. Adam Peters was on that group. They love signing injured players. Remember, Trent Williams was injured when they signed him. George Kittle was injured when they signed him. Christian McCaffrey was injured when they signed him. They love signing injured players. Just tell them you injured, and maybe you'll get a contract even faster. Because that's what they did in San Francisco for so long. Jimmy Garoppolo was another one. Signed all these guys while they were injured. Hadn't produced nothing on the field. Signed them all while they were injured. Who in the hell do y'all think y'all are? Then you sat up there and you had the nerve to sign Javon Kinlaw, overpay him without any production to even warrant him getting paid that much. But yet y'all paid him. Then you make the trade for Deebo Samuel. How special was that? A guy who hasn't gotten 1,000 yards in almost 4 years. You playing hardball with our guy? Are you crazy? He's done nothing but stood up for this franchise the whole time. That's all he's done. I watched this guy go through quarterback after quarterback after quarterback and still get thousands of yards. Everybody talking about, well, he should get this type of money. He should get what he rightfully deserves. Because there is no number. There is no value when it comes to a guy who sat up there and during his almost, other than one season, which was his rookie season, did he not accomplish 1,000 yards. He went through a treasure trove of quarterbacks and still was able to accomplish 1,000 yards after his rookie season. And what? You're not going to pay him? The guy who just basically showed you he's an all-pro. He became an all-pro, which means he's one of 6. So everybody was like, well, he's a top 10 receiver. He's one of 6. He's one of 6. So he's actually a top 6 receiver. Don't play with him. That man has done everything he was supposed to do. And what y'all want to say? Everybody's sitting there talking about, oh, the second receiver market has been set by T. Higgins. No, it wasn't. You know who sat up there and set the second receiver the second receiver thing? It was DK Metcalf. This will be DK Metcalf's first time in the history of him being in the NFL and even from college being the number 1 guy. He wasn't the number 1 guy in Mississippi or Ole Miss. He wasn't the number 1 guy in Seattle. He wasn't that. And then what about Devontae Adams? He ain't the number 1 no more. He ain't been the number 1 since his first season with the Raiders. And y'all really sitting up here acting like Terry McLaurin ain't special? Y'all have lost every inch of y'all minds. Terry McLaurin deserves everything. Everything. And then, even before that, y'all announce that Art Monk is going to be celebrated and his number is going to be retired at the Seattle game. But how many people remember the history of Art Monk not being here? How many of y'all remember that disastrous thing? When they sat up there and they got rid of Art Monk and we went through year upon year upon year without having a number 1 guy until we got to Santana Moss. And then we went through that whole period until we got to now Terry McLaurin. And understand, we're talking about our own homegrown guys. We haven't had a homegrown guy since our month. A guy that's been with the franchise the whole time, hasn't complained, hasn't said nothing, hasn't talked out about the franchise, had to sit up there and do a press conference so he could let people know that, hey, they're not talking to me. Y'all better get it together. Get Terry his damn money. He deserves every bit of money he wants. And, and on top of that, make sure he retires a commander or whatever the franchise is going to be called later down the line. Make sure Terry retires as a Washington franchise player. Don't sit up here and play around with that man. That man has done his job and did it very well last season. When everybody was talking trash, I was the one sitting up there talking about how great he is. And you know what? And I'm not just going to stop with the people in the front office. Y'all give me a minute. I'm also going to talk about those fans. Those fake, stupid, not really intelligent fans who for years have diminished our guy by saying he's the 19th best receiver. He's the 13th best receiver. He's the 15th best receiver. I mean, there are receivers I would take before him. Terry McLaurin not on his team is what? Think about what we got at receiver currently right now, minus Terry McLaurin. All y'all fans, they listen to us. They listen to us all the time. And all y'all fans were sitting out there talking about, well, you know, he should be paid. He should accept a deal for $30 million, maybe $32 million. No. He's one of six. So if y'all say that there's five guys ahead of him, he need to be paid more than the five. He need to be paid in between the five guys. Don't sit up there and talk about. These are the things that sometimes I hate about our fan base. Is that they diminish the players that are great, but love the players that are trash. I remember all you fans who loved Sam Howell and blamed Eric Bieniemy for Sam Howell being a trash quarterback, because that's what he was. Talking about, we love Sam Howell. Sam Howell just needs time. He does some great things. He's good. Only for us to watch how disastrous he was. And watch as y'all blame everybody but Sam Howell. But yet when it comes to Terry, y'all all had this thing of diminishing him. Diminishing how great he is. All y'all been fake when it comes to Terry. And you know what? I'm going to say this, and this is a shout out to the fans of Buffalo. The fans of Buffalo whined, cried, moped, complained their guy to an MVP trophy he did not deserve. That's what that Buffalo Bills fan base did. They cried, they moped, they complained, they whined. One of their excuses was, it's because he doesn't have one. They sat up there and basically talked their guy into an MVP award he did not deserve. That's what a fan base is supposed to do when you have a player of any caliber that's a star on your team. You're supposed to stand up and talk about he's better than everybody else's player. That's what a fan base is supposed to do. Not sit up there and talk about how he's 13, how he's 19, 15. You talk highly of your guy. You put your guy on the pedestal just like other teams put their guys on the pedestal. You can't tell anybody in Philadelphia that A.J. Brown isn't the number one receiver in the league. You can't tell people in Cincinnati that Jamar Chase is not the number one receiver in the league. You can't tell people in Minnesota that Justin Jefferson isn't the number one receiver in the league. You can't tell people in Detroit that Amon-Ra St. Brown ain't the number one receiver in the league. You can't tell none of them fan bases that. Yet and still you come to Washington, you give people in the fan base talking about something. Well, Terry McLaurin is like the 13th best receiver. He's like the 15th best receiver. He's like the 19th best receiver. Y'all crazy as shit. Y'all crazy as shit. Give Terry his money. Because at the end of the day, Terry is as valuable to our franchise as Justin Jefferson is to Minnesota, as Jamar Chase is to Cincinnati, as Amon-Ra St. Brown is to Detroit, as CeeDee Lamb is to Dallas, as Justin Jefferson is to Minnesota. I think I said that already. As A.J. Brown is to Philadelphia. That's Terry's value. He was the 6th best receiver this year. Pay him his money and give him the years. He's far better than DK Metcalf. He's far better than Devontae Adams. Because both of them are actually number 2 receivers. And they're able to get paid more. Pay Terry his money. He deserves it. He's worked it. He worked hard and got as far as he did. And he's not even really 30. Because he didn't get all the wear and tear and pounding on his body at Ohio State. All the guys that was there with him, they're all either super injured or not really in the league no more, other than, I think, Smith and Jigba played with him. But other than that, it's not a lot of them that's still in the league. Mike Thomas is done. Paris Campbell is a journeyman. And Victor Benjamin, I don't know where the hell he is. Pay Terry his money. And not only that, don't make our franchise look bad to free agents in this league anymore. Like we dealt with that for so many years with Dan Snyder. We dealt with that for so many years with Dan Snyder. Free agents did not want to come here. And now you're going to take a guy who's looked at as respectable and treat him to a point at where he has to speak out. How do you think that looks to other free agents? And I'll say this too. I bet not see another 49er here. I bet not see another 49er here. Pay Terry his money and stop playing around. All y'all who want to comment, tell me how y'all feel in the comments below. How many of y'all agree with me? And for y'all little fans who sit up there and talk about he the 13th and y'all want to pay, man, he should get 32. He should be okay with 30. No. He's better than DK Metcalf. He should get more than him. Because he's a real number 1. He's not a number 2 being forced to be a number 1. Y'all tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel about it? Do some of y'all agree with me? Do some of y'all disagree with me? Y'all tell me how y'all feel and what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune. Lil' bro, I got you. And this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.